Morning. It's a sunny Sunday morning. Everybody's still in bed. Thought I'd come out to the shop and chip away at some small jobs, but in the end, no small job happens too quickly. This is a thermoformed kayak, a extruded sheet of ABS plastic. It's got an acrylic cap on it, the exterior, to give it some nice shine and UV resistance. Anyways, there was a freight fracture right up in there, and I dremeled it out and filled it with the magic goo and finished it off, and I've just spray painted the first coat on there. Everything's taped off, so even for a little spot there's a lot of taping because you got to protect the hull from spray paint drift and such. I've learned the hard way before, and all of a sudden you look down the hull when your customer's ready to come and get it, and there's this whole area of red spray paint lightly coating the outside of the boat. So anyways, got to tape off. I'm going to turn the heat lamp on here. Woo! Help accelerate the drying between coats. This is a project that's finally done, or I should say repair. This is a really sweet SUP, $1,800 board. And if I can get the cheesecloth off here. Yeah, so it dropped from a good height in the showroom of a retailer and whacked the stern. So you had compromised glass and epoxy here. This was really bad. This area had to be completely filled and reshaped with a concoction of West system and micro balloons and such. So, and the unfortunate thing about a lot of these boards is this was not paint finished. This one is a clear coat, just a glass and epoxy. That's just the resin. But it's tough to recreate in the repair shop. A lot of these boards are made overseas, so you can't get materials. Additionally, you've got to do work on the exterior of the hull, which always means you're going to have something on the exterior. So I've got this paint line right here. It's unavoidable in a lot of these situations. There's no one process to fix these boards. All the boards from so many different manufacturers all vary in such a way that after the structural repair work is done, cosmetically, you get to do a neat, clean job, but it's not going to look like it did when it was new. And as I tell people with a repair, with any boat, period, it's only new once, and that's when it comes out of the mold. After that, anything happens to it, and there'll typically always be some evidence of that. Exception, some gel coat, you get out of the mold if there's some issues. If you've got a good craftsman on the floor, a good finisher, they can dress it up pretty good. Certainly that happens all the time in manufacturing, and that's not a bad thing. That's just what it takes to build the boats that get built. Anyway, gonna go outside. Crazy sunny morning here in Vermont. I'm gonna take you over and show you a real ugly job that's in-house right now. It's a big tandem thermoform kayak. Got ran over, backed over by a trucker trailer, belonged to an outfitter. Again, this is really shiny or sunny out here, and I can't necessarily see what I'm filming. Anyways, here's big fracture here, missing piece here. I've got it. It's a jigsaw puzzle. Really bad at the seam. It's actually been depressed in, and that's the first I've seen on an ABS boat. So I'm gonna have to get on it with heat and try and soften it up. It is a thermoform material, so good chance I'll have success straightening it out again. You can see the disfiguring. This is the top deck. I'll flip it over. And all of this, of course, the bulkhead is right there in the boat. So let's see. Excuse me. Rolling over. Yeah, my shadow. Oh, that might help. Yeah, this is munched. I'm, artistic freedom. I'm going to get it all structurally back, even behind here under the cockpit. It got really hurt. I've got to take the hull split along through the screw holes where the cleat for the rudder is, so I'll take that out, and once it's all redone, I'll re-drill new holes and remount that through my stuff. You know, again, the repair structurally, this thing will be rock solid, but it's going to tell a story probably. Here you can see the inside in through the trailer to the trailer on the other side, and all fractured in here. The fracture runs under the saddle, so I will have to pull back the hip pads, drill out the rivets, pull out the saddle, do the work, and then put it back in. And then what else was there? Oh, I had some extra material the other day. I already got a jump start on this. The whole seam, I don't know if you can see this, that's just broken. It's not the seam tape, but it's the channel that the two hull halves go into when they get glued together. But in here, the whole seam would come apart, and I know it doesn't look neat, but this material that is right for the job is really tacky. You know, it touches anything, it pulls right away. It's real grabby. It's in here. It's in an out of the way place, so you don't need to get carried away with cosmetics. Try and do as neat a clean as job as you can. But structurally, that seam is tacked and solid again, and then I'll get up here and do a whole bunch of work to try to dress up the outside. There's a little fracture here, so that'll get taken care of. Yeah, she'll have a life ahead of her, but boy, she took a hit. This just came in. This is an old Sawyer summer song. Let's go find the serial number. You know, the summer song was one of the first hulls. Well, I shouldn't say one of the first, but you started to get some radical asymmetrical shape. Some wings in the side. I wouldn't call them wings by today's standards. They're still pretty rounded. But can we see the serial number? It's an 83. And so some people, anyways, it was tippy compared to regular canoes. You know, it's not tippy. It's just a fast, straight ahead boat. And but it had the nickname the Summer Swim. But you know, this is like the Winona Advantage. These two boats, great boats to paddle. What happened here? What happened here? Oh, he's just worn through the ends. And this isn't so bad, but I'm going to build up gel coat in the stem there and down into the keel. And then down here, I think it's much worse. Hold on. I can't see it all. I'm holding it up in the air. I hope you can see it where I can feel it. I'm just going to, it's pretty porous, going to fill it in a little bit and then build it up with white gel coat and shape it off, and this guy's off and running. So anyway, that's what's happening in the shop today. Hope you guys enjoy this beautiful, beautiful spring day. Later.